as the school's principal choking out one of the young underage male students. Neil also made headlines after he said that he did not want to feed any of his students that were from lower incomes, and this was during the pandemic. Neil would also often look up and watch CSAM in his office during school hours. Neil is now in his 60s and he's gotten away with all of this abuse for 40 years, and he has now escalated his abuse to full-on assault and SA. There are multiple victims of Neil Foden, and none of their identities have been made public. There was one student that was between the ages of 13 and 15 years old. Neil was in his 60s, and he would drive her home from school, and he would assault her and SA her in his car and in motel rooms. Sometimes the students that Neil would SA, they would say no, but he did not care, and he just kept getting away with it over and over and over again. Same exact thing happened when Neil Foden was 65 years old with yet another underage female student that was under the age of 16, but this time this girl did come forward, and this time she was believed. This very young, very brave student went to one of her teachers that she trusted with everything and told her everything that the head teacher was doing to her. She had evidence to back up her claims. She had been storing text messages, photos, and videos of the 65-year-old head teacher Neil Foden SAing her. And once 65-year-old Neil Foden was finally reported to the police with evidence, they had no choice but to arrest him. And on September 6, 2023, police arrived at the school and they arrested Neil at the school, and they took him out in handcuffs in front of staffs and students and everything. And after he was arrested, multiple other of his victims over the past 4 decades, over 40 years, started to come forward, but it's extremely likely that there's even more victims of Neil Foden's out there. And this entire time that he was doing this to children that he was supposed to be helping and looking after and educating, Neil was married with children. And 40 years later, his wife discovered what a monster she was married to. Neil Foden would, of course, plead not guilty despite all of the evidence and victim testimonies against him. And he actually got on the stand during his trial and accused all of them of lying. Neil was found guilty on 19 separate charges, which included 12 counts of SA of a child, 2 counts of SA of a child while in a position of trust, and he was found in possession of CSAM, including a bunch of other charges. And he was sentenced to only 17 years in prison, and with good behavior, he could be out in only 12 years. This is absolutely such a frustrating case, how he was able to get away with this for 40 years. 40 years. So interested to hear all your thoughts and opinions in the comments. While you're there, please always remember to be respectful for all the victims in today's case. And while you're in the comments, please let me know what case you want to see me cover next. Thank you to everyone that suggested that we cover this case, and I will see you guys all next time in my next video. Please be a good person to your fellow person.